if, I'm going to focus the most part of the tutoring lesson on mixed conditionals. But if you have any questions about how to replace if correctly, we can see that at the end of the class, or in general, any other questions about any other part of the exam. With most of you, I spoke about the exam today, except with 11th grade B, because we had the social studies test this morning in our class time. So I am going to do a brief review of that. You guys know that we always have 5 points for listening, which you have in Aula Virtual, 5 points for reading, which you also have in Aula Virtual, and then we're going to do 10 points of vocabulary, which I specified that 5 will be inserted in a text where you have to select from a word bank which is the correct word that corresponds to the sentence, and 5 from page 68, as I mentioned in class 2, that you will have to use correctly in a sentence. For example, if the word you are given from page 68 is tactful, you will be given the word and then a line in the bottom and you use it correctly. For example, she is a very tactful person. That is a correct sentence. The only thing you need to do is not repeat sentences and not have them incomplete. They have to be logical, they have to make sense and grammatically correct. After this, we are going to have 15 points of the replacement of if, que ya yo les había comentado que es lo que está en la página 140, las diferentes formas de reemplazar if. We have a 10-point text where you have a word bank and you select the correct word, and then a 5-point, I believe it's like multiple choice, 5 questions of multiple choice where you select the correct option for that replacement of if. And then mixed conditionals, which is the topic that we have been struggling a little bit more with. As I mentioned today, we are going to have 5 points of writing your own sentence, like we did in exercise number 6 in page 66. There will be the beginning of the sentence and you have to complete it with the correct structure, aclaro en español, so it can be 100% clear. Recuerden que las estructuras no estarán en el examen, ¿ok? Estructuras no estarán en el examen. Necesito que puedan llegar mañana familiarizados con la estructura de las dos alternativas que tenemos para mixed conditionals para que no se enreden tanto. Okay, so 5 points with the complete the mixed conditional using the beginning or the first part of a sentence that the exam will provide. 5 points of defining or identifying if a sentence is present situation, past result, or past situation, present result. That will be multiple choice. You will be given a sentence and you have to tell me which of the options is the correct one. And 5 points of a text where you have to transform the verb correctly into the structure that you will identify in the paragraph you will be given. So that is the total of the 15 points for mixed conditionals. But we're going to review the topic in general. What are mixed conditionals? So, mixed conditionals are conditional sentences. As you know, we have zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional, and then a fifth category that is mixed conditional, where we mix two different time references. For example, a past cause or past situation with a present result, or a present cause or present situation with a past result. This is what we have been seeing in class. They happen when their if clause refers to one time and the main clause refers to a different time. Sé que hemos estado escuchando mucho, pero mucho sobre que si es un present situation o si es un past situation y el resultado en dónde está, si está en el presente o si está en el pasado. Recuerden que una mixed conditional que tenga o que sea una situación del presente, la otra parte de la oración siempre será el opuesto. Si la situación es presente, el resultado es pasado. Si la situación es pasada, el resultado es presente. So let's switch back to English and to the clauses that we have in a mixed conditional. Recuerden que un clause es una parte de la oración. El if clause es la primera parte de la oración porque ustedes saben que todas las oraciones comienzan con if. Y el main clause, que sería como la segunda cláusula, la segunda parte, sería el resto de lo que nos hemos estado refiriendo como el resto de la oración. Ok. If there is an if clause that refers to one time, whether it is past or present, the main clause will refer to another time. Give me a second so I can change this and something a little bit more cute. Okay, here we go. If the if clause refers to one time, the main clause is going to refer to a different time. So remember, if it is a present situation, the result is going to be in the past. And if it is a past situation, the result is going to be in the present. The two common types, or the ones that we have been studying in class, are past clause with present result. And here we imagine a different past. Remember that the conditional sentences in general, they are all different ways of imagining alternative perspectives or alternative realities, hypothetical situations of something that probably did not happen. For example, if I say, if I use this example below, if I had studied medicine, I would be a doctor now. But this is a hypothetical situation because I did not study medicine and I am not a doctor. I am an English teacher. So conditionals generally refer to hypothetical situations. We imagine a different past and now it would change the present. If we are talking about a past cause or situation with a present result, the structure is as follows. If plus past perfect plus would plus the base verb. Now, if you guys remember the structure for past perfect, the main characteristic is that this structure has the word had. I will write it down here. This past perfect, give me a second. Oh, right. The past perfect always has a had, okay? It is necessary for past perfect, not because of the mixed conditional, but because of the fact that past perfect, its main characteristic is the word had. Recuerden, had se puede utilizar como verbo principal, pero cuando estamos hablando de un pasado perfecto, had no es el verbo principal, sino que es parte de la estructura. Es como cuando nosotros decimos hubiera tenido. El verbo principal de estas dos palabras sería tenido y no hubiera. It's the same thing when we use had. The first one is to indicate a point in the past, and the second one is to indicate the action or the verb we are referring to. And here we see the first example, like I was mentioning below. If I had studied medicine, I would be a doctor now. This is the structure for past perfect, and the verb is studied. This is a past situation. This is something that did not happen, that could have been different, but it really wasn't. And this is the present result. Most of the present results have these type of indicators, for example, now or at the moment or today, or some type of reference that let you know that we are talking about something at the present moment. Since I didn't study medicine, I'm not a doctor now. And this is basically the structure that we would have to follow for past cause or past situation and present result. Now I am going to make a pause. Does anybody have any questions about the first type of mixed conditional?
No.
If not, we will continue. Okay, like I was saying, we have two types. The first type is here, if plus past perfect, then would plus base verb. In the book, we saw this part of base verb as infinitive, but the only thing the term infinitive refers to is the base of a verb. It's not anything too exotic, no es nada muy raro. Si ven infinitive en una estructura, está haciendo referencia a el verbo base, digamos, la forma más básica del verbo. Okay, the second type of mixed conditional we have is here, present cause, past result, or present situation with a past result, something that is probably going on in this moment, but that had results in the past. For this type of mixed conditional, we imagine a different present reality and how it would have changed something that happened in the past. The structure is if plus past simple or past continuous, which we have this added in the book, and we continue with would have and past participle. I see that Zuluaga has his hand raised. Do you want to say something? Okay, I am going to assume that was a mistake. Okay, in this case, it's like if we were mixing second and third conditional. For example, this if the second conditional is the if clause and the third conditional is the result, but we're not going to put so much focus on that. This structure here, would have plus past participle, cannot change. Cuando estamos hablando de un mixed conditional, de un present situation, past result, la parte en la que comenzamos con el would have seguida por el past participle no puede cambiar. Esos tres detalles, esas tres partes de la oración tienen que estar juntas. Digamos que solo hay un would y después un past participle. Eso significa que no es este tipo de mixed conditional. Tiene que estar junto el would have y el past participle. For example, would have started, would have slept, would have eaten, would have, y todos los verbos que ya hemos visto desde el año pasado, este año, y que también recuerden que pueden encontrar en la parte de atrás de su libro la lista de verbos irregulares en past participle. Tienen que estar las tres cosas juntas. Si se quieren agarrar de algo para poderlo identificar o por lo menos disminuir la posibilidad de confundirse con la otra estructura, would have y el past participle have to be together. For example, if she were more organized, here we have the if, here we have the past simple. If she were more organized, she would have finished the project on time. Si ella fuera más organizada, estamos hablando que en el presente ella no es organizada. Si ella actualmente fuera más organizada, present situation, she would have finished the project on time. Hubiera terminado el proyecto a tiempo. Did she finish the project on time? No, she didn't. And the reason is a present situation because she is not an organized person. So, in this structure, we have the following present situation that she is not organized and the past result that she didn't finish the project. El tiempo de entregar el proyecto ya pasó, ya terminó y ella no lo logró. Por eso es un resultado pasado con una situación presente, porque en el presente ella no deja de ser organizada. Puede ser que incluso le vuelva a pasar de nuevo. Entonces, coming back to the example, if she were past simple, more organized, she would have finished, and here we have the would have plus past participle structure y el resto de la información, ¿verdad? She would have finished the project on time. Do you guys have any question about the second type of mixed conditional, which is present situation with a past result? Okay,
Profe,
does anybody have a question?
yes,
I
yes,
am not sure if somebody is trying to speak, but I can't hear it.
yes. Profe,
Ok, ahí sí, lo escucho.
¿sí me oye?
Sí, ahora sí.
Ok. Y si yo digo, em, if I ran, I would have won the race. ¿Está bien?
If I... Estamos hablando para el present cause past simple.
Ajá, 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 ajá. Sí, sí, sí.
If I run or if I ran.
Ran. Sí, pasado. Exacto.
Mhm. If I ran, I would have finished the race or won the race. Yes, that would be correct.
Excelente, entonces, voy listo.
Very good. Okay, does anybody else have any other observation or question? Gabriel Flores, I hear you.
Profe,
Mhm.
¿se me escucha?
Yes.
Ok, mi preguntilla era tipo con respecto con la practiquilla que hicimos hoy, ahí de lo del
Mhm.
forward,
Mhm.
que no sé si era una tecniquilla, pero también para saber estructurarlas bien, tipo en este caso el present cause y post result, tiene que estar tipo aquí, en el she would have, tendría que haber como el verbo después del have, ¿no? Y en el otro caso
Exactamente.
sería como al inicio, sorry, es que no me acuerdo cómo era tipo la estructura.
El
Al
had.
inicio, ajá, tiene que estar como el verbo al lado del had.
Mhm. Very good. Thank you, Flores. He is right. He is correct. Remember that for the first structure, para empezar, en la primera estructura de past cause or past situation y present result, no tenemos la combinación de would have, ¿verdad? Entonces, ya cuando ven la ausencia de la combinación del would have y quizás solamente hay un would, it's probably the first type. Past perfect consiste de tener la palabra had no como verbo principal y cuando lo tiene como verbo principal se utiliza doble. Had, hubiera tenido, ¿ok? So, remember that you have to know, based on the context, how to identify if the had or the have is being used as a main verb and not as part of the structure that indicates time in the sentence. I think Sergio raised his hand. Sergio, would you like to say something?
No, no, yo no levanté la mano.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so Rachel, okay, Rachel, I hear you.
Pero una pregunta, ¿será que cuando termines puedas pasar esto que estás compartiendo?
Sí, yo lo subo a Woody.
Listo, gracias.
Okay, con mucho gusto. Okay, we're going to continue. I have a little bit more here, which are like some little basic tips that you guys could use to be able to infer based on the context. For example, when you read this sentence, ask yourself, when did the condition happen? Was it in the past or was it in the present? Generally, the condition is in the if clause. If the condition happened in the past, you are going to have one type of mixed conditional. And if the condition happened in the present, you're going to have the other type. And then the second question you can ask yourself, when did the result happen? Was it in the past or was it in the present? If the result happened in the past, we know that we are talking about the second type of conditional. And if it happened in the present, we know we're talking about the first conditional. Now, I think I didn't mention this. I am not 100% sure to 11B, but there are some exercises that I uploaded to Aula Virtual that you can use to practice. Give me a second so I can share you what I'm talking about. Okay. In Would It, we were using this to practice today in class with some of the groups. In Would It, we have 3 links for mixed conditionals. This is the one that we use today in class. So you can have an idea of how they are. I was telling the students that it is very important for you to know how to identify the mixed conditional. Why? Because if you know how to identify, then you are going to be familiarized with the structure. And if you recognize the structure, then it's going to be easier for you to tell one from the other. And if you tell one from the other correctly, then you're all set and go for at least those 15 points. Now, I'm going to get only a couple of these as an example so you can have an idea of how to put this in practice and practice it on your own once the tutoring is finished. For example, if they hadn't, this first one, if they hadn't missed the flight, they would be here with us now. We are going to analyze this. The first part has a past perfect. The structure for past perfect is had plus past participle. And here we have hadn't missed. And then the second part, the second clause of this sentence, the result is in the present. They would be here with us now. So, with that information that you see and analyze, you can tell that it is a past situation with a present result. And then if we have one, let's see, another one. If I were taller, I would have joined the basketball team in high school. If I were taller, here we are looking at a simple present. I would have joined. Remember that for the second type of mixed conditional, present situation, and past result, I told you that this combination of words, 3 words, has to be together always. Would have joined. Tenemos el would have y también el pasado participio. No falta ninguna de las tres. Y también estamos hablando de un resultado en el pasado, una situación actual. If I were taller, si yo fuera más alto, con un resultado del pasado, I would have joined the basketball team in high school. Algo que hubiera hecho, ¿lo hizo? No, no lo hizo. Y por lo tanto es un resultado pasado. You can use this to practice. And when you click on enviar respuestas, it will correct it automatically. Les dice si las que seleccionaron están correctas o no. ¿Ok? Esta es la que hicimos hoy en clase, solo que con un fondito diferente. Now, if we go to the other ones, which I would like to analyze with you guys here so we can have a couple of more examples. Okay, give me a second for this to load. Mientras tanto, si es posible, saquen una hojita o quizá un cuaderno o algo en lo cual escribir porque vamos a practicar alguna de las oraciones que son completar. Yo les voy a ayudar a identificar la primera parte de la oración que sería similar, no similar, o sea, que es eso mismo, pero sería el formato parecido a lo que podrán ver en el examen, para identificarlo y saber de qué manera se puede continuar según las estructuras que estamos viendo. Ok. So the second exercise for mixed conditionals, you come here and you select one of the sticky notes. Let's select number 10. And we have by time. If we didn't live in the city, we would have gone camping. Si lo quiero hacer de una forma muy rápida, ya aquí yo identifiqué el would have gone. Would have más pasado participio tells me that this is a present situation with a past result. Y así van a continuar con cada una de los demás 19, de los otros 19 sticky notes. So you can see if you are identifying them correctly. Créanme, entre más lo puedan practicar, más fácilmente las van a identificar. Y si las pueden identificar, entonces las podrán reproducir correctamente, seleccionar correctamente y también conjugar los verbos correctamente, porque identifican la estructura que hemos estado repasando. Okay, now give me 1 minute so I can open something here in Canva. And load the sentences that we are going to practice with. Does anybody have any questions so far? There is one more game in the word wall. There's another link, pero este me parece que si yo no lo hice con nadie, it's like a new one. So if you want to explore it, there it is. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I am going to be available for a little bit more of time. So if you catch me, les ayudo con mucho gusto. Okay. Give me a second para presentar. Okay. I believe you can see my screen now. Okay. Let's look at this structure, at this instruction, sorry. Complete the sentences with mixed conditionals using your own information. All sentences must be complete, grammatically correct, and must have the correct structure. Zuluaga, how can I help you?
Profe, yo no estoy levantando la mano, hace rato ya me...
Okay, sorry. Es que a mí me salió como que habías levantado la mano. Don't worry. Okay, so let me take this off bold because it's driving me crazy. Okay, there you go. We are going to complete these sentences, and I want you guys to do it with your own information. But what I am going to focus on here will be having you recognize what type of clause it is, what type of mixed conditional it is from the part that you are given. Number one, if I had taken that opportunity last year, and then you complete with something else that you could use for practice. Here, we have a very clear structure. Let me move this. If I had taken, this is a past perfect structure. And if you have a past perfect in the first part of the sentence, in the if clause, this means that we are talking about a past situation with a present result. So you will use the structure for would plus infinitive to complete the sentence. I will give you guys the time and the space you need for you to make an example for that and complete the sentence on your own. And in the end of the exercise, I will ask a couple of you to tell me what you wrote. In number two, if she were more confident, and then the rest of the sentence. Were is a past simple. Ahí no hay ningún had. Recuerden que lo que hace el past perfect es el característico had, no como verbo principal, sino como indicador de un tiempo pasado perfecto. If she were more confident, this is a present situation because this girl is not confident in the present day. If she were more confident, ustedes completan la oración con la estructura de present situation past result following the trio of would have past participle. Okay. Number three, if we hadn't missed, nuevamente, had plus past participle. This is a past perfect. Por lo tanto, vamos a continuar la oración con un present result. Number four, if I knew how to cook better, this is a past simple. Si yo supiera cocinar mejor, eso significa que es una situación presente. Yo no sé cocinar mejor. Así que tenemos un resultado pasado. Number five, if they had told us the truth, and then the rest of the sentence. If they had told is showing us a clear past perfect. It's past perfect because we have had as part of the structure and told as the past participle verb that we need to confirm this past perfect, which means that we are going to continue with a present result. I'm going to give you guys until, let's see, do you think 8 minutes are enough? Okay, until 7:45 to work out these examples. I will ask you a couple of minutes before 7:45 if you are ready. If all of you are ready, we can continue without waiting longer. But I will give you until 7:45 to complete these examples, and I want to hear what you write so I can be 100% sure that we are understanding the idea of identifying the different types of mixed conditionals. Okay, so take the following 7 minutes until 7:45 to complete these five sentences. Okay, how are you guys doing? Do you think we need the other 2 minutes, or could we check the responses now? I'm going to assume we need 2 minutes.
Profe,
Mm-hmm.
en conditional, eso es un marque con X, ¿verdad? Nada más.
No hay de todo.
O no tienes como ejemplos.
Este es un ejemplo.
Oh, gracias.
Ujú. Okay, 7:45. If I had taken that opportunity last year, we had already said that due to the had taken, which is a clear past perfect, we are talking about the first type of structure, which is, here it is, if plus past perfect plus would plus the base verb. If I had taken that opportunity last year, would anybody like to share what you wrote so we can see that it is correct?
I put I wouldn't be struggling right now.
I wouldn't be struggling right now.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. This is correct. Now we are going to analyze why. Here we have would plus the infinitive, the base form of a verb. Remember that infinitive means base form of a verb, and the rest is part of the part of the information, additional information we are going to add so the sentence can be coherent. Okay, if I had taken that opportunity last year, I wouldn't be struggling right now. Very good. Number two, if she were more confident, remember that the past simple indicates a clear present cause, present situation, past result, and the structure is if plus past simple plus would have plus past participle. Would anybody like to share what they wrote for number
Yo,
two?
yo, yo, yo.
Okay, I hear you.
If she were more confident, she would have participated at the spelling bee.
Oh, okay, very good. She would have participated in the spelling bee. Very good. If she were more confident, and here we have the little combo I am really looking forward to see tomorrow after I start revising your exams, would have plus participated, which would be the past participle verb in the spelling bee. Excellent. Number three,
Yo,
if okay, give me a second. Number three, if we hadn't missed the bus, continue.
um, we would have been in the place right now.
Okay. Okay, we would, sorry, can you say it again?
We would have been in the place right now.
Okay, let's analyze this. Sorry. Okay. If we hadn't missed the bus, we would have been in the place right now. Right here, what I am seeing is that we're mixing the two structures as if we were using one of the conditionals and not a mixed conditional. Because remember that we are supposed to talk about one part of the sentence in one time frame and the other is in a different time frame, but the ones that you suggested right now indicate that they are both in the past. So we can't do a past and a past. It would have to be a little bit different. Do
Profe,
you think, or can you see how you could change it?
No,
Mhm.
profesora, no entendí.
Ok, me mezclaste las dos formas de mixed conditional. If we hadn't missed the bus, es la primera forma.
Ah,
Situación
mira, sí tiene razón.
pero necesito un resultado presente, porque aquí el resultado que me estás dando sigue estando en el pasado y es gramáticamente correcto porque es un tipo de conditional, pero como estamos viendo mixed conditional, necesito que puedas mezclar los dos tipos, segunda y tercera, correctamente. ¿Cómo pudieras cambiar esta oración para que este juego de verbos y estructura esté colocado correctamente?
Tienes razón.
Ujú. What word would you take out first?
Have.
Okay,
Ya.
very good. You're off to a great start. Y este
Ajá.
verbo, ¿cómo lo cambiamos? Para que
Be. Lo
esté
ponemos
very good.
en.
Excellent.
Ujú, listo.
Very good. And that is what I was looking for. If we hadn't missed the bus, we would be in the right place. Volvemos a lo que estamos estudiando. If we hadn't missed the bus, una situación pasada, we would be in the right place right now. Estaríamos en el lugar correcto ahora. Flores, you had your hand raised.
Sí, profesora, es para decirle la otra, a ver si la tengo buena.
Okay, very good. If I knew how to cook better, continue.
I would have cooked a pizza.
Very good. Here we have the first structure. It's a clear past simple. So for the second part, we will continue with our magic trio would have and past participle verb, which is correct. I would have cooked a pizza. Very good. And the last one, number 5, if they had told us the truth, this is a past situation. Who would like to continue it?
Can I redeem?
Yes, you may.
If they had told us the truth, um, we wouldn't. Um, we wouldn't be fighting.
Very good. You have redeemed yourself successfully.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good, Jerry. Okay. If they had told us the truth, situación pasada, si nos hubieran dicho la verdad, we wouldn't be fighting. This is something that is going on right now, a present result, and the wouldn't be is what indicates us the correct way of using this mixed conditional. Very good, guys. I believe you guys know that I believe in you and all of you, and that you are going to do a very good job. And I will be praying and hoping that you guys practice all you can, so that you can be ready tomorrow. Do you guys have any additional questions about maybe what we reviewed today or some other part of the topics? Daniela, segura.
Profe, aparte de completar oraciones, ¿cómo más o menos va a entrar el condicional?
Ok, mixed conditionals entra, como lo mencioné al inicio, completando oraciones. También hay un párrafo en el que ustedes tienen que conjugar los verbos correctamente, eso es según las mismas estructuras que hemos estado mirando. Recuerden, las estructuras no vienen en el examen, ¿ok? No se confíen, apréndanselas, familiarícense. Ok, ya dije, completar oraciones, conjugar verbos dentro de un párrafo como contextualizado. Y también hay una sección que sí es como un marque con X en el que ustedes tienen que determinar si es una situación pasada, si es un resultado presente, si es situación presente, resultado pasado y así sucesivamente. Pío.
Profe, con, bueno, las conditionals, la parte de todo esto como lo de if, cause y todo esto, digamos, como um, los que se pueden como reemplazar, digamos, que el
Ujú,
condition, that y todo eso, ¿tú
ujú.
eso lo vas a poner como en un margen con X o también de completar oraciones?
No, completar oraciones, la única parte es lo de mixed conditional. Lo demás ya es respuesta contextualizada. Vieron que trabajamos mucho bueno, conmigo trabajan mucho que hay un párrafo y hay un cuadrito con varias opciones y ustedes seleccionan cuál va correctamente. Puede ser así, puede ser un marque con X, puede ser de rellenar, este, pero así específicamente de completar oraciones es nada más el que les indiqué de mixed conditionals. El que
Profesora, ¿verdad que lo que es del examen, lo de conditionals, es solamente saber lo de las palabras para reemplazar el if?
Sí, chicos, eso es muy importante. Por ejemplo, en la página 140, en la primera sección donde comienza con conditionals, ese es el temita, y abajo, más abajo está mixed conditionals. En esa el objetivo es poder reemplazar if correctamente. Recuerden que vimos en clase que cuando vamos a hacer un reemplazo no es como otros tipos de estructuras que lo único que buscamos es un equivalente, sino que aquí estamos comparando también el significado de la frase que vamos a utilizar con el significado que la oración original tiene. Por ejemplo, si yo estoy pidiendo una condición, no voy a utilizar supposing, digamos, sino que voy a utilizar una de las tres frases que nos sirven para condiciones. Provided that, on condition that, o solo provided. ¿Ok? Entonces, what you need to study is when you can use each of those phrases. There is a lot of practice in the book, especially in page 140. I think there are two exercises that are very useful for you to practice and be familiarized. So, what you need to know is when you can use each of the sentences. Each of the phrases, a modo de que de forma aplicada en el examen reconozcas, mira, no, es que aquí me está diciendo que yo puedo entrar al comedor solo si ando el uniforme completo. Es una condición. ¿Cuáles son los ejemplos? ¿Cuáles son las opciones que tengo? As long as, supposing, and, no sé, cheese. De esas tres, la única que me indica que se necesita una condición es as long as. Y eso ustedes lo van a saber si repasan en qué situación utilizamos cada una de estas frases con las cuales reemplazamos la palabra if. So, yeah. Do you guys have any other questions?
Profe, de las oraciones que acabamos de hacer,
Ujú.
la tercera, la de if we hadn't missed the bus, esa, ¿cómo era? O sea, de los tiempos,
Ok,
de pasado a presente, ¿verdad?
esa sería una situación pasada, porque ya perdimos el bus, y sería un resultado presente.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Ok. Okay, guys, does anybody else have any more questions? Remember page number 68 for the vocabulary. Las palabras no son solamente el ejercicio que hicimos, las palabras están en el texto, ¿ok? Son como 15 palabras. And out of those 15, I have selected some for you to make sentences, coherent sentences, not repeated sentences, complete sentences, okay? Does anybody else have any more questions? Okay, chicos, I think we are through with our class. Um, I'm going to pray if you let me. So give me one tiny little minute for me to pray for you guys. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for everything you give us. In this moment, Lord, I am here with most of the students from 11th grade, and you know that they may be a little bit anxious, maybe a little bit worried, or with the desire of preparing for this exam. We have been seeing this very much in class. There are many resources they can still use and be on time for them to apply them from now to tomorrow, and I want you to put your wisdom in their minds and all of the things that they're going to need for the exam, help them review them correctly. Thank you, Lord, for the opportunity of